Three Waters Farms that I got from Carolina Fiber Festival. It's done spinning and plying. As you see, it is skeined, which is fantastic. So again, I spun it on my, I think it was in a 1 ounce Ashford spindle, drop spindle. And yeah, okay, so, sorry. So when I measured it, I measured about 172.5 yards. So that's quite a lot of yardage. And it came out to be about a light fingering weight. So it's really quite fine. And it spun up pretty evenly. There were some places where I was moving around the way that I was drafting and the way that I was spinning. I was trying out different kind of hand holes, just kind of, getting used to it. I'm still learning spinning and how to spin on a drop spindle and what's comfortable for my hands. And sometimes I just move because I've been doing the same thing for a long time. So as I was moving, I got a lot of weak spots. So I have a lot of knots in the yarn that are going to have to be cut out. But I won't lose more than a yard for the cut out bits. So I'm not really, probably that 0.5 yards of the 172.5, I'll probably lose maybe that 0.5, not even, cutting out the knots. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Light fingering is a little lighter. I was going for a DK weight. Light fingering is a little lighter than I was hoping for, but I should be able to turn this into a cute lace shawl along with the other 3 colors that I got. I think I'm going to do something. Maybe I'll either do color work with the 4 colors or I'll do some sort of, maybe I'll do a small shawl. I don't know. I don't know yet, actually, what I want to do with it, but I'm definitely, I'm happy with how it came out, more or less. Yeah, it's pretty even. All right, so like I said, I think it's Cotswold, and when I did a little bit of comparison on Ravelry, it seems like it's about 40 grams. I don't have a little scale anywhere. But it seems like it's 172.5 yards is about 40 grams, which works out to about 1.4 ounces, which I was thinking it was between 1 and 1.5 ounces, so it seems like that's about right. Yeah, so I am pretty happy with this, and I will skein it. I'm just trying to skein it back up right now without tangling. Oh well, that's just going to have to be done later. Anyway, yeah, so that is what I finished from last week. I just made a little tag. And again, this was $2 for this little bit of fiber. It was $2. And I think it was originally, the original intention was to use for felting. But it's really nice. It's squishy. It feels really good. It's definitely next to the skin soft, but it's not like merino soft. It's not like you would grab it and say, oh, this is gorgeous soft fiber, but it doesn't feel rough. It doesn't feel too rough. I don't think it would bother my neck. Anyway, yeah. So, I finished that, and I got out next the same fiber from Three Waters Farms, in the burnt orange color. This is coming out so neon right now. It's coming out really neon, but it's really a burnt orange. So I've started spinning it. I spun about maybe a third of it already. I'm using the same spindle, the same Ashford spindle. I'm trying to get a light fingering weight again. It's coming out pretty fine again. And it's a lot more even this time than the first time. Coming out really quite even. I'm surprised. I also have a tip. So if you look at the top of this, you'll see this is where my fiber both starts, my single ply both starts. It starts right here and it ends right here. So you'll see that there's no leader yarn. There's no leader yarn. Okay? Every time I have heard anyone talk about spinning on a drop spindle. When Marianne taught me how to spin on a drop spindle, and when I've seen videos on YouTube about spinning on drop spindles, they always say you need to start with a leader yarn. That is not true. It's not true. And I'm going to post a video of how you can start your drop spindling without a leader yarn. And they also tell you that once you've finished and plied your yarn, you need waste yarn to tie it. Either you need to snip off a little bit of your actual yarn, the yarn that you just spun, or you need a different yarn to tie it up. That is also not true. I tie my skeins with the same length, with just the end of the skein. And I will also do a little tutorial on how to do that. It is not complicated. You don't need a whole bunch of little scrap pieces of yarn laying around. I'm trying to get rid of the little scrap pieces of yarn because I move around a lot and I got a lot of scrap. And I don't have anything in the world to do with it. I have nothing to do with it. I guess I could tie up my skeins with it, but I like how it looks without that extra little other color. I think having that other color just looks messy for me. It looks messy. And so having that yarn be the same color, I can tie it as many times as I want. This skein is not going to tangle. And when I take it out, I don't lose any yardage for tying up my skein. And I just really like that. So anyway, that is what I'm spinning. Did I say everything I wanted to say? Yes. All right, so to what I'm wearing. Today, quickly, I'm wearing white cotton. White cotton is my favorite thing to wear in the summer because it's white and it's cotton. Cotton feels really nice. When I sweat, it doesn't feel like I'm going to die in my clothes, and my clothes are sticking to my body. And white is just so summery. So I'm wearing a full-length white skirt, kind of like a peasant skirt that I got at American Eagle when I was working at 77 Kids. And this is actually a skirt. It has pockets. I love this. It has pockets on both sides. But anyway, I'm wearing it as a shirt, and I just like doing that. It's really flowy. It doesn't cling to my body too much, so it feels really comfortable. And the knitting I'm wearing today is my necklace. If you'll look, this is I-cord again, more with the I-cord, but there's just a lot you can do with I-cord. And I got this little... I bought the little I-cord machine because I think I-cord is so useful, but I hate doing it on needles. It's really annoying. So I got the Embellish Knit machine. You just spin it around like this, and in no time at all, you have I-cord. This particular I-cord is in Berocco Seduce. And Berocco Seduce is a 47% rayon, 25% linen, 17% silk, 11% nylon blend. I got this on sale. It was in the sale bin, and I just thought it was really cool, and I've had it for years and years and years, trying to figure out what the heck to do with it, because I only had one skein, and then one skein is not very much yardage. It's not very much yardage, and I've seen some of the projects like that skirt thing, and I wasn't going to wear a skirt in this stuff. I don't know. Anyway, so the colorway is called Gris-Bleu, which is gray blue. It's actually like a bronze base color with the blue flecks in it. I think the blue flecks are the silk. It looks like it to me. The blue flecks look like the silk. But anyway, yeah, it looks more bronze than gray. Yeah, and so what I did was I started with an I-cord, considerably shorter than this one, but in any case, I started with one I-cord. And then I folded it into 3 equal sections. So it looks like this on both sides. You have a loop and an end. And you start with the end in the center and just start braiding like a regular braid. And it helps if you put it on, like clip it to a clipboard or stick it underneath something heavy to hold. So you can just braid it like a regular braid. All I'm doing is braiding. It looks funny because I'm braiding with one hand, but I'm just braiding it. And you'll just have to take out the kinks as you braid. Just smooth it out. Anyway, so I braided it all the way down to the bottom. When you get to the bottom, the good thing is you'll have a loop and an end. Just braid until you can get the loop through the end and pull it a little bit, and it will hold itself shut. And you get a braided rope like this. And then I just took some pearly beads. I want to say pearly beads because they're not actual pearl. They're pearly. They're coated plastic beads that I just had laying around. I had made a ton of stitch markers. I think I have the pictures on Rav. And I just, with some beading wire and some head pins, I just put some little pearly beads and then I just hooked them directly onto the I-cord. I made a little temporary hook in the back to keep it on. And that's it. So it just adds, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of a little bit of, it's a little bit quirky and it's cute and the pearls are a little bit elegant and the pearly beads are a little bit elegant. And so it's just a fun little piece that I made. I'm also making one in the Berocco Seduce in the red colorway, which is called something like cinnamon something or other, but it's just like a red. Yeah. It's the same makeup. You can see the little flecks of silk. It's not focusing. There we go. You can see the little flecks of silk that are in there. It's kind of a bumpy texture. So that's destined to be a similar thing. So that is all I've got for this week. Thank you guys for watching. Again, this is Danny, aka Jenny from jennyandgina.blogspot.com. Everything will be down in the description. Thank you for watching. See you next week.